How's it going, everybody? My name is George. I remember, what was it, last week? Well, basically throughout my videos, I've always been talking about, you got to have an opinion. You got to be an individual. You got to do things, and you got to do them for yourself. You got to identify yourself. And then I watched the news last week, and I saw something about the Susan G. Komen Foundation regarding them taking away their funding from Planned Parenthood. And I wouldn't have really thought anything of it, at least not too much, if it wasn't for the fact that not too long after they put out that statement, they put out another statement reversing their position. Why is it that organizations, people, whatever, the moment that somebody or a group of people are affected by this, or they voice their objections to the moves that you make, why is it that you find it necessary to reverse your position? Can you answer that for me? Do you think that by reversing your position that that you're going to automatically get all that support coming back to you? Hell no. If anything, reversing your position is going to make other people question your integrity going forward. Does anybody not understand the fact that it's like, if you have an opinion and stick by it, that you're a better person for it than if you had an opinion and changed your mind because somebody else didn't agree with it, but then had to change your mind again for somebody else that didn't agree with that position, and so on and so forth. What part of you can't please anybody 100% of the time do you not understand? There are hundreds of millions of people in this country, and I guarantee you, beyond anything, that there is no possible way, there is no way humanly possible to please every single one of those people. At some point, somebody's going to object to something. It is impossible to please everybody. And now you got the Komen Foundation, which I respect their cause. That's breast cancer awareness and all that good stuff. And while I may not necessarily I wasn't thrilled to hear that they pulled their funding from Planned Parenthood. However, I did respect their decision. They're an organization, and hey, if it's a situation where, whether it's that they're running out of money or whatever the case may be, or shoot, it could, if I'm not mistaken, I think it had to do with something along the lines of just the abortion practices at Planned Parenthood. Whatever your reason is, you have your reasons. Yes, people are affected by it. Stick to it. Instead, oh no, here, take the money back. It's okay. If I read correctly, by them pulling their funding, Planned Parenthood ended up raising like over $1 million in just a week's time, whereas the Komen Foundation only gives like $680,000 a year to them. So, if anything, they actually, by them pulling out, Planned Parenthood actually profited that much more as a result from that move. So if anything, Planned Parenthood should be thanking the Komen Foundation for taking away their funding, because that just created so much more support for them. Now granted, the Komen Foundation probably might lose a chunk of their support, but what difference does it make? That's them. And now, if you ask me, I think they're going to end up losing more out of this than they initially would have had they just stuck by their guns and kept, away from Planned Parenthood. Now that they're trying to reverse this whole decision and stuff, they're going to lose more funding as a result. That's all there is to it. And if they don't, then hey, I'm wrong. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm not affected by that. Just, in the end, people need to learn to have an opinion and not necessarily be worried about what anybody else thinks of that opinion. How many times did I say it before? Have an opinion, respect everybody else for the opinions that they have. Life goes on. But no. The Komen Foundation heard and saw comments from people all over the country and reacted. It was a knee-jerk reaction, and if you ask me, it just puts them more under fire. So that is that. I mean, it's whatever. This is exactly what I'm trying to get us away from is to try to appeal to the masses when all you got to really worry about is yourself. The people immediately around you, as far as your family and whatnot. I mean, everything else will take care of itself. Like I said, individuality will bring about more unity than political correctness does with trying to appeal to the masses that way. It doesn't work. So that's my position on that. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and vent off a little bit about the Patriots and Giants Super Bowl there. I'm a Pats fan, and I'd like to say congratulations to the New York Giants for their win. Obviously, I'm not thrilled about it, but the Patriots had plenty of opportunities. You had all sorts of forced fumbles. They were just, the Giants wanted it more. They made the right moves. They made the right plays, made less mistakes, or at least in terms of penalties and whatnot. And as a result, they won the game. So, Patriots will be back next year. At least I hope so. They're always a threat. And as long as you got Belichick and Brady right there taking the helm, you can never count them out. So, we'll see what happens. Aside from that, that's really all I have. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and talk about social networking and how much it has taken away from the value of interpersonal communication. Here you are, you're watching me on this video. I would so much rather be face to face with all of you people who watch this than to be talking on this monitor. But if this is the start, if this is the way to get my thoughts out there, if this is the way for society to be aware or to get to know what's going on, if it's through me, then so be it. And I hope that people learn something from it, or that people start to voice their opinions more. So yeah, next week it's going to be social networking and pretty much how technology has, while it's helped us a lot, it's actually hurt us a lot more. So I'll be looking forward to talking more about that. And that's about it. Y'all have a good day, and hope this was at least somewhat enjoyable. All right, take care.